Vicky, final aspect of the show. We both are movie guys. We love Marvel. And of course, I don't know if you pay attention to Rotten Tomatoes scores. I actually
I like the audience score because it gives me like
as I've gotten older, I actually don't look at them until after the show or the movie because I'm like, I want to get my own. I'm going to create my own.
Yeah, you don't.
And when I was younger, I used to always look at it and it kind of dictated a little bit like, oh, do I really want to go to the movies and see this show? You know, it's getting a 50% Rotten Tomatoes score. Sometimes the audience score, like you said, can be better. So we're doing like a Rotten Tomatoes score, and this segment might change as far as the name, but that's the best I can come up with. And each episode, we are going to go ahead and give it our own score, and it's 0% to 100%, right?
Yes.
And then I think fresh is 60% or more.
Yeah, 60 or certified
and then
fresh.
Rotten is Anyways, we're just going to give it. So, Vicky, do you mind if I start, or do you want to go?
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to go here real quick. Just with my score, I'm gonna go solid 80%.
Okay.
So it's good. I thought they had some good moments, but again, I thought it was missing a little of the meat of like the depth. And I keep saying depth, but it didn't go into great detail on some of these things that I thought they could have. Again, they're laying the foundation. So I'm gonna start off 80%, and it should only go up from here. So a good first episode.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's good. Mine's near you. I'm gonna split mine up though, and then I'll give you a total. If we're thinking about like a football game in the first half, actually this should relate to the Bears pretty good last year, right? Last year we could play a first half. The second half we were god awful. So I would say the first half, like all the way up, like the flu stuff, the Caleb Williams like intro, all of that, like that's 100% for me because that I was so locked in. I loved everything about that. On the back half, they didn't get in as depth, like you said, as much as we'd like. So I'm dropping that down to like a 70%. It's not bad, still certified fresh, right? But it didn't keep me as like excited as maybe the first half, or the first half was so strong that the second half didn't feel as strong, right? So you take the average of those, no pun intended, I'm giving it an 85%. Is where I'd put it overall. So near you, so it was just more of like super high and then kind of like slowly kind of dimmed down a little bit. But overall, Dave was so pissed about my score, Jack. You say, I got to get the fuck out of here. But in the meantime, I'll pull you up, Jack, if you don't mind. What would you give your score on this?
I'm back.
Okay. Wait a second. Wait, let me pull the
what is it?
No, I was going to ask Jack his score.
Okay.
Let me see. Wait a second.
Episode.
There we go.
Scores. My laptop had to restart real quick. Like Google Chrome just updated. I was like,
you love that.
What the fuck? This has been a weird ass episode for me. My lights are blinding me. They flickered. I don't know what's going on. It's a little alarming, but Jack, what was your score? Because I'm gonna keep track of these as well, just so we can kind of throw it out on a graphic too.
I think 80 was a good spot. It seemed it was a good episode. There was nothing wrong with it, no complaint, and I mean it was good. It wasn't like, oh my god, I'm rewatching this 3 more times tonight, but it's Hard Knocks, But it was a good episode. I enjoyed it.
So if every episode score.
If every episode was 80, if every episode is 80% overall, though, I feel like that's a good Hard Knocks, right?
Absolutely,
yeah.
Vic, you went
85.
With the Homer score of 85.
The Bears.
Okay. I have a quick notes I took down during this episode, if you don't mind. It'll take 30 seconds.
Go ahead.
You got a minute.
All right.
Not even 30. I'll give you a minute.
Thank you.
Time starts now.
Dear Austin Reed and family, I'm sorry for what I said during the Hall of Fame game. Shout out Simone Biles. We already said this, but Corey Taylor not being there was a crisis. The clip of Caleb on the slip and slide when he sort of tries to stand up and like stutters his leg scared me. And I was like, could you imagine if the number 1 overall pick for the Bears like tore his Achilles on a slip and slide drill?
That'd be so Bears though, would it not?
Also,
right.
Did anybody else Jack, did that remind you of any other scene that we've seen over like the last couple seasons or something like that?
Oh, I was at that game.
Wait, do we want to bring him up anyway?
No, we don't.
I don't
But
even
I was
know.
at that game.
But do you know what I'm
Fantastic
talking
game.
about?
Of course.
Did that
Week one.
spark in your mind like that? That was such an awesome moment. But I'm talking about Justin Fields and the whole team.
I was just going to say, can you say the name and then we debate something about him?
Which is hilarious. We had our great debate, and then apparently, I guess Twitter had they were going nuts because people were bringing it up again about him balling out in Pittsburgh. And I was like, what the fuck did we start?
It's something in the air, bro.
Something by there. Yeah, Justin's always going to reoccur.
I was at that game. That game was fantastic, and that last
awesome
slide
moment,
at the
dude.
end was
It's
awesome.
literally the same thing. But
is,
like
100%.
one was on a slip and slide and one was the NFL field. But like that totally, when they even showed it twice, and like he
Exact
tried to
same
stand
thing.
up, and his leg, man, I was like, that would have killed me.
Or he was sliding a little bit too much. He tried to stop it.
That's what I'm saying.
Jack.
It was like, all right, and then the last thing I had was, I'm glad there's no way that Michael Jordan comparison will ever bite us in the ass.
Yeah,
I'm really glad that that'll never be brought up.
Okay,
ever.
If this
I heard
doesn't
people
work out,
are-
that's on repeat, bro.
Dude,
I mean, it
on
was
my
the
Twitter,
first episode of
people-
Hard Knocks, and we're comparing him to Michael Jordan. It was again. I'm glad it won't ever come up.
People in the comments on my Twitter are arguing actually right now as we speak. Like one person's like, "How dare you bring up Michael Jordan when he hasn't played a snap?" And then this guy is going back and forth with it. They're just arguing.
To be fair, Michael Jordan never played a snap either. So,
But hey, like Nick Saban said, expectations, you got to handle those, right? You got to make sure this kid's going to be all right. It's going to be high expectations, but
I'm
Flus has
sure
got
Flus
this under
isn't
control.
saying, "Hey, Michael Jordan Jr." Like, I'm sure the expectations are good within the. What if that was, Flus gives out tons of nicknames except to Rome because his name's already fire.
Yeah.
What if he's like that? We find out it's Michael Jordan Jr. or some shit like that. Talk about expectations.
Another worst part that we could have done, Vicky, Jack, I don't know if we threw this up here. I'm sure we did, but I wish we saw the Bears locker room post DJ contract signing because DJ talked about in his press conference the day after about how lit it was, and he couldn't even go into. And he did say like, "Oh, I can't even go into like what it was," but
they're not posting.
He kind of, But that would have been cool to see. That's the type of details I need here. Okay, I need details. Let's go more.
Yeah, that stuff's never coming out. They're not trying to get incriminated off a Hard Knock. So, Bears lose 7
There's
players.
no more HR issues, right? No more
right,
HR.
right.
That's
Knock on wood.
2023 shit.
Hey, we still got 4 more plus episodes of Hard Knocks, so don't speak too early. Who knows what could happen? Man.